Welcome, everybody. We're here today for an insightful discussion to hear about strategy and operations. Strategy and operations, of course, are two often competing priorities when it comes down to marketing campaigns and reporting. Marlene Chan, our guest today, is going to share her different experiences building robust operations with Allocadia at two different companies, how Splunk pivots based on insights, and how to build trusted relationships between marketing and finance. So let's dive right in. My name is Christopher Dias, and I'm the manager of customer experience and success strategy here at Brandmaker. And of course, our guest is Marlene Chan. Marlene is the marketing business operations director at Splunk, the San Francisco-based data platform leader for monitoring and indexing data to turn insights into action. With over 20 years of experience in financial planning and analysis, accounting, and business operations, Marlene previously honed her skills at Salesforce as well as Box. Marlene, how are you?
I'm well, thanks, Chris.
Good. Thanks for taking some time to chat with us and share your experiences. So we'll start off with this. Tell us a little bit about your role and how your team defines success.
Yeah, sure, happy to do that. So my role is marketing business operations. I've held this role in my last 3 companies. My position is within the marketing organization where we advocate for the marketing budget owners to help them navigate the plan and spend management processes. We work holistically to intersect the marketing spend requirements within the company's end-to-end business workflows. As a centralized function, we partner closely with FP&A, sourcing, accounting, and other teams to streamline the planning and spending processes. We define our success as being able to support marketing to plan and measure their investments and to execute spending as expected and within the period required.
That's great, Marlene. With that, tell us about these 2 different experiences with Allocadia, both at Splunk and at Box. How are they different, and was one more challenging than the other?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to talk about that. So the implementation of Allocadia for Box and Splunk were different because each company was not at the same stage of using an MPM tool. At Box, Allocadia was brand new with no legacy system in place. For the Box implementation, we designed the framework for Allocadia and connections to the respective ERP and CRM systems from the ground up. To optimize the end-to-end system connections, we interviewed key stakeholders from marketing, finance, accounting, IT, and marketing operations, or MOPS, to scope and design the optimal use of Allocadia for all the stakeholders. Given that Allocadia was a new and unproven system, the initial hurdles of the implementation, including getting buy-in for the vision of the end-to-end system workflow from the respective business and IT stakeholder teams, and to find the right resources to help build out the system. We addressed concerns for confidentiality and security of the data connected. After completion of the system implementation, we provided training to the budget owners on how to use Allocadia for investment planning and to connect the budget lines to the metadata for metrics reporting. We aligned the finance and procurement to build out processes for accurate PO creation, contract review, and fiscal close entries for proper expense recognition. We aligned with the analytics team for the desired key data collection from Allocadia for metrics reporting. So while Splunk had already implemented Allocadia at the time I joined the company, we worked on enhancements of the initial setup to design the connections to the company's ERP and CRM system. I would say that this was the more challenging of the 2 implementations, as we needed to make modifications to the original system setup. Again, we collaborated with key stakeholders from marketing, finance, accounting, IT, and marketing operations to design the appropriate connections of Allocadia to the other systems. One additional level of complexity with the implementation was that the company migrated to a new ERP system last year, which required rebuilding the auto upload connection of POs to Allocadia and building an API connection to transfer the budget line ID between Allocadia and the new purchase requisition system. We collaborated with the company's procurement team to deliver customized training to marketing on how to submit PRs in the company's new requisition system. For metadata framework in Allocadia, we made the required modifications to support the latest metadata requirements.
What are these CMO KPIs? We've spoken about it, but tell everybody what the CMO KPIs are and how does this idea come about?
Yeah, sure. So our marketing leadership team recognized the need for metrics framework to keep the overall marketing team updated throughout the year on our performance against shared departmental goals. They decided on a framework which acts as a forcing function to group and prioritize metrics in logical buckets. The KPI metrics were pared down to 15 total. They had to span all teams within marketing and had to be easy to tag against the planned budget line items. The framework ensures the leadership team can have a weekly view into the most critical areas so they could pivot as needed and make changes faster.
That's quite an undertaking, and I'm sure the insights you get out of that are fantastic. What were your goals or your goalposts or the milestones for rebuilding the operational foundation?
Yes, so when I initially joined the company, I found the financial information to be siloed within many separate teams, which made it difficult for marketing budget owners to know where to get information related to the different activities needed to complete their planning and spending activities. With my background in finance and accounting, my goal is to provide one-stop shopping service for marketing budget owners where they can get guidance on how to complete the spending process to allow more time to spend on marketing activities. We also provide relevant subject matter training and documentation with the goal to allow marketing to be more self-sufficient in planning and spend management activities. Ultimately, the goal here is to connect the disparate sources of information and to bridge communication between the CMO and the CFO by providing information on how much money was spent for marketing programs and how funds were invested.
Thanks, Marlene. A big question here. So tell us how marketing operations can be strategic within an organization.
Sure. I view strategy as a series of decisions regarding resource allocation that provide the most efficient and least risky path to achieving company goals. Given a world of constrained resources, marketing ops can be instrumental in helping their CMOs be more agile in their decision making. Marketing operation teams do this by providing a better understanding of how the resources are being deployed, what's working, and where there is a need to rebalance. As an example, the ability to contextualize spending by funnel stage, geography, product, and channel can be quite powerful. The operational investments made to streamline systems and processes lay out the foundation to support strategic planning. By gaining a better understanding how the business of marketing is performed and measured, the business operations team can help to structure how to gather and report on required metadata to support marketing strategies.
Marlene, you have great depth, both great knowledge and experience, wide and deep. So how do you see the role of marketing operations evolving?
Yeah, marketing operations as a field is evolving fast, and it's an exciting time to be in this space. With our ability to break down information silos and democratize data, I see us being the control center of all marketing, serving up real-time insights and helping our partners free up valuable time. Speaking from my own experience, which has been mostly in finance and accounting, I see my role as evolving from day-to-day operation support to getting more insights to strategic planning of the marketing investments, to build out the metadata field and the system infrastructure required for improved metrics reporting, and building out an agile platform that enables better decision-making across the business.
Great, thanks. You've obviously accomplished a lot, seeing some great results. The next question is, what's the next big project?
Well, I'm excited about our next big project, which is the implementation of CMO KPIs to the Allocadia system to capture the newly defined metrics. Currently, we're in the process of completing the KPIs to capture this information in Allocadia for metrics reporting. The CMO KPIs are separated into 4 categories: awareness, pipe gen, strategic account engagement, and customer success. And there are specific KPIs tied to each of these major categories. We plan to create a new CMO KPI multi-select field in Allocadia with a drop-down list holding the KPI options available. Each budget owner can distribute a percentage of the budget lines to associated KPIs. Since it can be a little bit overwhelming to multi-select from so many KPI options, we plan to add another field above the CMO KPI field with a hyperlink to the CMO KPI decision tree. The decision tree will guide the choice in a more streamlined process. The ability to capture the CMO KPIs by budget line item allows for the creation of dashboards to report the investment and performance by KPI. The new dashboard will allow marketing the ability to pivot the plan as needed on the performance metrics.
That's great, Marlene. That's exciting. I'm excited to see how this plays out. But they're wonderful ideas. The fact that you're able to execute this and truthfully, you being successful doing this twice over is quite an accomplishment. So, Marlene, thank you for your time today. Thank you for sharing your ideas and your experiences. They're interesting, they're insightful, and I'm sure they're also inspiring to others. So you're doing some amazing work at Splunk, and thank you for your time. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today.
Thank you, Chris.